Yeah, so welcome back. I'm going to clean the two arms up first and change the ends. So I've got to measure how far that is away from the end of the rod. I'm going to leave that end. That end's alright. I'll change that bracket. I'll replace this with a new one, clean all that up, sort the bolt out. I've got a new bracket for that end. I want to clean the bar up itself, it's a bit crusty at that end. And the actual, yeah, it's a bit split, that boot. So yeah, we'll change that one, clean it up. Nothing to see really. And then I'll move on to that one. So it's a measuring thing first. Make sure that I get the rod end in the right position next time. I'll make a note of that now. And I'll come back to you when I've got it stripped down. Okay, so yeah, replace the brackets and nuts and bolts. New nylock on the end of that, all cleaned up. Bar's clean. Actually, it's not clean there, but I'll sort that. And then I've screwed the rod end in. It's still slightly loose, but I'll orientate that when I put that back on the car. It's set to the same distance from the end of the bar to the centre of the actual rod end. So I don't think this is, you know, obviously it'll have to be tracked when it's all finished, won't it? Which I'll get done, but it won't be far out anyway. So yeah, so that's that first one done. Now I've got to do the steering arm from one side to the other, which is same thing. Clean it up, get the brackets off, and change the ends. And basically, it's not nothing major. So then we're going to be ready then. I think next, after I've done that, which I'll probably do first thing at weekend, I'm going to get the half shaft back in this side and the radius arm, and then once that's on and more or less bolted back on, I can do the other side then. It's all clean, ready to go on, but I do need to do that. Obviously I've got to change that the seal and the ring on that, and then it's done. Put some grease in it. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to now. So I'll do that. There's a compressor going. Okay, see you in the next bit. So yeah, I'm back on this, but I'm not going to repair any of this now, because I just bought one of these bars. I think it was £16 off the internet, and I've got the new brackets and I've got the new ends. So that's I think it's too far gone to paint and stuff. You could clean it up, but not really worth it, is it, for that price? So yeah, I'm going to just put that to one side, wait for the new one to come, and then build that up. So that's that. And then might clean this panhard rod up, and then that's ready. And then start putting that suspension back together on that side. Okay, I'll carry on shortly. A bit repetitive, but yeah, that's the panhard rod all cleaned up, and bushes are alright, and I'll just give the ends a lick of paint where I've cleaned them off. So that's that nice and easy out. So yeah, I'm going to try and do the hub seal now on, and then we can sort of relocate the half shaft and hub. Right, so I'll do that. Try and film that. Okay. Not going to film all this, but I loosened all these when I cleaned it all up. I'll take that off there now. Take all these nuts, and I don't know if I have to reuse them. I've got the packet there. Let's come apart and put all them in a pile there. I won't show you all this because I could, what do you call it? I might do that actually. I'll stop it now and then change it to. I'll stop it. So yeah, I'm going to give that another bit of a clean before I try and take the seal out. And then all the nuts and bolts right now. You can see how bad how rusted that was. The ring. I'll have a look in the packet. In fact, I'll do that in a second. Just clean that and then give it a wipe with some td5 and then try and get that seal out. I'll have a look at the packet. In fact, I'll have a look at the packet now while we're still rolling. So this is just the actual seal. I've got a full kit for all the bushes and everything. That's your rubber seal. This looks like gaskets and the internal. I think that's the half shaft seal, isn't it? And the ring. Unfortunately, you do get the. Oh, it is the top one actually. I didn't know that was in there. I'll have to have a look at the other packet. Yeah, I've opened the wrong packet. We've got loads of them actually. That's for the. Don't need them. I'm gonna have to collect all them up and save them. That's for the. That'll be for. That's for the. That one. For the hub. And then you've just got the ring and the seal. Don't know what that's for actually. Keep that to one side. Right, so I'm gonna try and take the rubber seal out now. Might just give it a wipe clean. So the seal, obviously that sits in there. So I'll get the other one out and clean it up. I'll pause that while I try and get a start on it. Yeah, just slide the spanner at the screwdriver and prise it out. Coming out quite nice. A bit of grotty inside. I'll get that out and take that over there. And then, yeah, oh yeah, if you look there, the spring that holds the actual seal is all kaput. Yeah, that is in a bad way. Chuck that with the rubbish, and then I'm going to clean that out inside there, give it a good, proper good clean, and then I'll refit the new seal. Pause it. Yeah, so cleaned up, and I'm going to try and fit the new seal while I'm still filming, and then fit the actual. Get that over it, and then it's just a matter of tapping that in nice and gently. Keep popping out, doesn't it? Oh well. The ring will hold it in, won't it? Should really get a nice clean rag, but yeah, that'll do. Clean that up now. And then that does look nice now, that. So there's a scallop there. Where's that scallop for now? Is it that there? So yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Just fits, but there's a scallop in the actual. It's probably to where you can get the brake caliper on and off out the ring. So stick a few nuts in it. Reusing the existing nuts, because I should have really brought some new ones, but they're all right. Clean them all up. Right, I'll get them in now and show you the next bit. Check that they're all tight. Don't know if they've ever torrent settings on, but that's good. Right, so that's that done. So I've got to clean the face of that up just slightly, and the one on the axle, and then offer that back into the actual, find the nuts, and we'll bolt that back on. Yeah, I'm going to clean this. I think that's the stop for the steering, and I've got the new bolts, but the washers I'm going to have to reuse, which is not a problem. Yeah, they should really send you some washers out, shouldn't they, really, but they don't. Right, so I'll do that. Yeah, it's all cleaned up now, so I think I'm going to try and get it in. I might time lapse it because it might take me a little bit of a while. Yeah, I've got it in, got one bolt in. Going to the gaskets in, get all the bolts in now off camera, and then we'll move on from there. So yeah, a bit tricky to get the spanner right, actually, the ratchet. You've got to do them with a normal ring. And get them all up so you can get the ratchet on them when they go a bit further in. And you've got instead of the washers, you've got the stop for the steering. So I'm going to get all them something like, and then try and get the ratchet on them, and then I'll come back to it then in a few minutes. Yeah, so as you can see, they're all in now. I did have to spanner them up with a normal spanner, and then you can get the ratchet spanner on then. And I'm going to tighten them up with the big one. So I don't think you can get a torque wrench on her. So just going to get them nice and tight, and that's that sorted. Yeah, so the next part of the suspension rebuild and swivel, etc., is going to change these bushes on the radius arm. I'm going to try and fit the radius arm, find the nuts and bolts for that, and then it's getting the spring seat on and all the rest of it. Build the spring back up, and the turret and the shocker. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah, so cleaning the end of the radius arm up, and I'm going to have to reuse them because I've ordered two of the outers, but I thought they were the same and they're not. So I'm going to just clean it up. It'll be all right. Got new nuts and everything, and I've got more nuts and bolts than enough. So we'll see. We'll get that. They've got the new rubbers and everything, so we'll get that ending loose. And they've come with washers. You know, the washers, I mean, this is the bolt kit for the radius arms. So, but there's a lot of washers with it, but there's no washers on the original. I'll check, but yeah, anyway. So that's good. Oh, and then the spring seats, the Galvy spring seats that are going on. And got more nuts and bolts on here than enough. Them are for, I'm not using them. Them are for holding the springs down if you need to stop them coming off the seat. If you're doing extreme off-roading, I think so. I don't know why I ordered them. Anyway, yeah, them are the nuts and bolts for the Galvy spring seats. yeah, so after cleaning everything up, I'm going to use the washers on and nuts and bolts because, well, they're provided anyway, so, and then eye locks. So that's in. The first is located. I've got it's located there, but I've not got the bush on yet. And then I'm going to have to probably jack the axle or twist the axle slightly so I can get that one in that front bolt. So we'll take it from, I'll pause it there and then I'll be back in shortly. Yeah, so I did jack it up a slight bit and I did get the front nut and bolt in. And I also got the nuts on there. So I'm going to whiz them up now with my new 1/2" ratchet. It'll be 24 mils and I've got the 30 mil for the big bolt. And then I'll use the strong arm to tighten them up. But yeah, I have got the Milwaukee, and it comes with a 3/8 adapter as well. So I'll probably get that nice and mucky now because it's brand new, but my hands are filthy. Yeah, I have got the Sealy, is it? Yeah, the Sealy 3/8, which is good, but I just fancied the 1/2" as well. Right, so I'll whiz them up, and once that job done, we'll take it from there. Yeah, so I've fitted the actual spring seat on there now, the gallery on. Everything's torqued up. All the radius arm bolts, nuts and bolts and that one at the back are all torqued, all done. I'm going to fit this stainless bracket now that carries the brake pipe. So that just fits on the top of the slides into the back plate, and then basically just bolt it into your top swivel nuts and bolts. So that's that. So basically now it's just putting the spring in, the shock turret, and then yeah, that's it. So I'll tighten them up and then that's that done. The brake pipe's another matter, isn't it, because that is knackered this side. Right, okay. Yeah, so I just offered that up, which is the ring that holds the turret top on, and then I'll nip all these nuts and bolts up now. That's that done. And it's the spring and the shock. I've located the shock and compressed the spring with I'm just going up, then jacks it up so it's in the right position. I'm just going to slacken off the spring compressors now, and then that's done. This side. And then that side is all buttoned up. Well, apart from the bottom of the shock, obviously, which I'll do as soon as I've got this spring compressor off. Yeah, I've pulled the shock down now. I've put the upper rubber on and washers. So I'm gonna do the lower one now and put the nut on. Well, that looks stunning. New shock, new turret top, all galvanised, new spring, new nuts and bolts in the radius arm. It's all done, apart from the brake pipe I've got to do on this side, and obviously the steering arms and everything, but that'll come later on. Okay, so I don't know whether that's going to be the end of the video. If it is, thanks for watching. If I do add anything to it later, well, you'll know. But yeah, thanks for watching.